Your secretary sure takes bizarre shorthand, Daphne. Let's see what we have here. But that's impossible. This whole thing was a lie?
You'll have to forgive me, Victoria. I've just never seen Marley this upset.
Yeah, I'm real sorry that she didn't want to go out dancing.
I'm sorry, darling. What?
I invited her dancing. She didn't want to go. I thought it might cheer her up.
Well, I appreciate your trying to help, but I'm afraid that this is something Marley and I are going to have to work out on our own. It's silly, I suppose, but I thought it would be the other way around.
Other way around?
Yes, that you would be the one having the difficult time when you found out I was your mother.
I'm okay.
Of course, I suppose you had to be prepared for anything, but Marley's been living all these years thinking that we were sisters, and now that she's learned the truth, I guess that's what I had to expect.
Yeah. So I guess I'll be out dancing by myself.
Oh, you can't do that.
Why not?
Well, as your grandmother would say, young ladies should not be out after dark unescorted. It's not appropriate. It gives the wrong impression. I, for one, would worry about you.
I'll be just fine.
I know, but why don't you give Nancy a call?
Nancy?
Yes, she could probably use a night out.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I've been wanting to get to know Nancy, and she's such a good friend of Marley's.
Yeah, and then I'll have Bridget whip up one of Marley's favorites. Maybe that would perk her up.
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, you can look up the number. It's under a C from Mackenzie Corey, and I'll go and find Bridget.
Yeah, fine. You do that. Is Jake McKinnon there? Get him on the phone. I want to talk to him.
I'm glad you could make it.
Well, you are a very lucky guy, Carter.
Yes? Oh, why?
I just walked in my office when you called. I've been on the coast for 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That makes me lucky.
So is this okay?
This is fine. Look, I hate to take up your time. I hope, I would have come down the station.
Oh, no. Forget it. You did me a favor. You saved me from a mountain of paperwork, besides giving me an excuse to eat.
MJ,
Carter, something wrong?
MJ, I think I might be in trouble.
Okay, Ewing. It's confession time. Push comes to shove. You push, I shove.
You want a deal? You pay me my price.
I don't pay for stuff I already own.
Used to own Tommy Lee. Possession's 9/10 of the law, don't you know that? I possess the drugs. You want them. All you gotta do is meet my price.
All you gotta do is tell me where you stashed those drugs right now. Or meet your maker.
I don't care how it looks. I want to be with you.
You don't mean that, Vicky.
You know, you're beginning to sound like Donna. Always caring about what everyone thinks. What about me?
Look, I know how hard it is for you to be there, but can't you find something else to do to blow off a little steam?
Oh, sure. Sure, I could take Donna's suggestion and call Nancy McGowan and ask her to go dancing.
That's not a bad idea.
Very funny, Jake.
No, I'm not joking. Why don't you call Nancy, ask her to go, get Marley to go. We can go as a group.
Because I don't want to go as a group. I want to be alone with you.
We can't do that. If we go as a group, it won't look bad.
Look, it's not going to work, so just forget it.
Vicky, why won't it work?
Because Marley's all depressed and she's spending the day in her room, and Donna's just wandering around wringing her hands, wondering what she can do to cheer her up. And if I don't get out of her, I'm really going to go nuts, you know? And then, to top it off, this guy that's supposed to be in love with me, he doesn't even want to go. Great, so aren't you at least going to tell me I'm wrong?
I'm thinking. Look, what if we just accidentally ran into each other at the Plains Motel?
Just ran into each other.
Yeah, I'll take Nancy just to,
Jake.
just as a cover. Look, I'm telling you, the Plains Motel's packed. They're having some kind of blue light special tonight. The place will be crowded. We'll just lose her in the crowd. It's the best I can do, Vicky.
I'll see you at 9:30.
Okay, I'll be the one wearing the pirate suit with the patch over my eye.
I'll see you at 9:30.
I'll see you then.
I got this job delivering antiques to this guy named Kincaid out of New Orleans, and, well, it's at about $500 a trip.
Sounds like a pretty good job.
Yeah, well, the pay is great, but that's just it. I get all this money, but I don't do anything for it. I mean, everything is ready and created before I get to the airport. I mean, it's like I'm just going along for the ride, like I'm a babysitter or something.
Well, antiques are very valuable, Carter. Maybe they think it's worth it to have someone that's responsible looking after their stuff.
I don't know. I mean, everything was fine until they started asking me to make more than one trip a week. But they're all small loads, you know what I mean? I mean, they could have been made at the same time.
Okay, what else?
Well, every trip I take, I deliver this Kincaid a gift, which is usually a couple of cans of coffee. Only I was talking to an airport attendant who told me that New Orleans is one of the major coffee centers of the United States.
That's true, it is.
Well, then what am I doing delivering coffee to a guy who can get all he wants from Bay City?
Well, Carter, there could be all sorts of reasons for that. It could be a special roast, a special blend, his favorite
MJ,
kind
these people throw money around like you wouldn't believe. I mean, the other day, a guy asked me to clean a storage room for $20. Okay. But then he gives me $50 because that's all he's got in his pocket. I mean, for crying out loud, it's a disco. I mean, all he had to do was go upstairs and get the change.
Disco.
Yeah. Plains Motel, where Agent Moreau owns it. And she's the one that hired me. I mean, maybe I'm just imagining things. But something seems fishy to me.
If you're not happy with your job, Carter, then I suggest that you give your notice. Sooner the better. I mean, you can find another job.
I mean, I'd do that, but, I mean, I really need the money. I mean, the thing is, I can't get mixed up in something shady with a baby coming.
Then quit. If that's what you think is going on, quit as soon as possible. I mean, you may miss the money for a while, but you'll feel better in the long run.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I'll do it. I'll do it today.
One more time.
Fire away.
You stole the drugs.
The fentanyl? I just want to make sure we're talking about the same drugs.
You stole the fentanyl from the police lockup. I want it back.
There you go again, Tommy Lee. Proving me right and you wrong. If I stole it from the police, it belongs to me. If you want it, you got to pay my price.
What's the matter, Ewing? Don't you like the way I applaud? I mean, you're a very funny guy. I don't want you to think I don't have a sense of humor. I tested the sample you sent me. It came from this stash Willa stole from me, which means those drugs belong to who?
I figure a batch of fentanyl that size ought to be worth about $1 million.
I already told you, Ewing, I don't pay for what's already mine. Unless you count.
Well, that method of payment has a tendency to backfire.
Really?
Yeah, you think I'd go into a deal this big by myself? There are people all around here just waiting to pour into this place.
Say to Ewing, you used that line on Jimmy in Coda. There's only one way you're getting out of here alive. That's to play ball with me now.
If I don't walk out of here alive, you don't walk out either.
Ewing, I'm getting so tired of you. And just to prove it, I've come up with a new and final way of making you talk. Oh, you're not going to like it very much.
Sorry to interrupt. It's the lab on the phone. One of the chemists they want. What's this? What?
What? Don't ever talk business in front of Ewing again. You hear me?
Okay.
You hear me?
I didn't.
Shut up! Lock the door. I'll take the call. Where's Felicia?
Oh, hi, Cass. She's not here. She had an appointment
Oh,
somewhere.
terrific.
What's wrong?
How soon do you expect her?
She didn't say. Cass, what's wrong?
This is Big Wally. It's so big, in fact, that Felicia's just not going to believe it.
Hey, Cass, we're not too busy right now. Why don't you come over and sit down and tell me all about it?
Oh, no. I think I'd better wait until she gets here.
Cass, if this is as serious as you say
I didn't say it was serious. I said it was big.
Well, what's the difference? What are you doing?
Well, Kathleen said that she had a dinner engagement this evening. She's not up in one of those private dining rooms with Dan the man, is she?
Now, the last I heard, you couldn't care less about Kathleen's personal life.
I don't. Now that she's changed.
Changed?
Well, you must have noticed.
No, tell me, how?
Well, you know how she used to be such a fighter?
Oh, yeah, oh.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, she can't be bothered now. And I blame it on the company she's keeping, quite frankly.
I don't follow.
Ours was a tumultuous relationship, granted, but at least it was alive and breathing, you know?
You mean she doesn't respond to your behavior anymore?
I can't get a rise out of her no matter what. Try to make her happy, try to make her angry, try to surprise her. What do I get?
I don't know, I'll bite. What do you get?
Nothing is what I get.
Oh, and you blame this on Daniel?
Well, you've seen the guy, Wally. And she's behaving just like him. I mean, she pretends that nothing affects her, you know?
Well, okay, if she's pretending, then maybe she hasn't changed after all.
The point is, I don't care. I mean, why act blasé when you can enjoy life, you know?
Oh, I don't know. I see a lot of Kathleen these days, and I'd say she's anything but bored. And as far as Daniel's concerned, I like the guy. He's full of life.
He's full of something.
You think Kathleen would rather go on and on fighting with you rather than being treated nicely, sensitively, considerately?
Hey, pushover. Isn't it obvious? What Kathleen and I had was stimulating. It had an air about it, a bite, a sharpness, a tang.
Sounds like Limburger. Come on now. Admit it. You miss her. You're a little jealous, right?
Oh, have you not listened to one word I've been telling you? Mm-hmm. Wally, I've been with enough women to know the signs, and this one reads dead end.
Now we're getting somewhere. Now, Cass, I know you love Kathleen, and you know you love Kathleen. And Felicia and I both know that she loves you. So whatever the two of you have, it's special, Cass. You can't just walk out on it. Maybe Kathleen's waiting for you to fight for her, not with her.
Yeah. Right. Now, look. What happened to this guy who was dying to hear what I have, the information, the big news that I have?
Hey, good buddy, you're gonna tell me?
No, forget about it. I mean, if you don't want to know what I have on Michel Christophe and Daphne Grimaldi, I'm certainly not going to force you to listen to me.
Oh, what?
No,
Cass?
no.
Cass?
Wally, it's okay. Forget it.
I just really don't feel like dancing. Thanks, though, Jake.
Oh, come on, Nancy. It would be fun.
Some other time, only not tonight, okay?
Well, if you're scared to be alone with me, I guess we could always call Marley.
Jake, I'm not afraid to be alone.
No, we can call Victoria, too. How's that sound?
I'm just on the mood.
Sure you are. How long's it been since you've been on the dance floor anyway? Come on.
With Perry, Jake. He took me to the Plains Motel about 2 weeks before.
Sorry, Nancy, I wasn't thinking.
It's okay. I just get all caught up thinking about it. I know I'd be twice as bad as I was the other night at the movies if I went out there tonight.
Would you forget about that? Everyone else has.
You're a good friend, Jake. I mean that. Thanks.
Well, I'm just, I'm just looking for a good time and a good friend to have it with.
You are? Well, in that case, I will spot you a quarter, and you can call Marley on the phone. I know how you two feel about each other, and believe me, you don't need a chaperone.
There's something you're not telling me.
Like what?
Plains Motel. They're in trouble with the police, aren't they?
Look, why do you say that, Carter?
Oh, come on, MJ. It's what I suspected, isn't it? I mean, it has something to do with drugs. MJ, I have a right to know if I'm in any trouble.
Look, Carter, you haven't done anything wrong from what you've told me or anything that you could possibly be held responsible for.
Are you sure?
Look, plenty of honest people work for the Plains Motel.
Yeah, and some dishonest ones, too, like the owner, maybe?
Now, look. You have told me enough to warrant my looking into this antique business, and I will. But before I do it, I want you out of the picture, just in case. Agreed?
Agreed.
Good. Now, you go back to Adrian Morrow as if nothing has happened, and get that money that she owes you, and then tell her you are no longer faithful.
But don't look too suspicious or anything, right?
I mean, what for? I mean, just tell her that you've found a steady job here in Bay City and that you can't leave town.
Okay, I'll do that. But I want you to level with me, okay? I deserve to know what I was getting myself into, that's all.
There is an ongoing investigation, but that is all I can tell you. As long as you quit immediately, you don't have anything to worry about.
Okay, I'll do that today.
Hey, wait, Carter, I want you to do me a favor.
Anything.
You call me at the precinct from the Plains Motel right before you leave.
Why? I mean, you're not thinking there's gonna be any trouble or anything?
No, I just want you to check on something for me.
Okay. Wish me luck.
Ah, keep it simple and you won't need it. You will do fine.
Thank you.
Marley, I know you're angry at me, and I don't blame you, but it's very important to me that you understand why I did what I did. Couldn't I just stay for a little while? We really need to talk about this.
I'd rather be alone.
But I'm worried about you. Why don't you go out for a walk or go out tonight with Nancy and Victoria?
Because I don't want to. This is all a little bit difficult for me. I mean, first there's this new sister that I don't know anything about.
I didn't know about her either. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You told me, and Peter told me, and everyone let me believe that you were my sister. And you had 18 years to tell me the truth, Donna. Why didn't you? Because you were afraid of what your friends might say? What about me, Donna? What do I tell people now? About my mother? What am I supposed to say?
Marley, please. Hello, Love Residence. Oh, hello, Jake. Marley can't come to the phone just now. Well, she's not really up to having any visitors. Could you call her back tomorrow? All right, thanks. Bye. Jake says he hopes you're feeling better.
Why did you do that?
Because you said you didn't want to have any visitors.
Why do you presume to run my life for me?
I wasn't trying to run your life.
But you do.
Well, I just thought if you saw Jake, you would have to explain things and that you would have to lie.
Why? Why would I have to lie? You're the only one in the family who's allowed to do that.
Marley.
Well, you do. You've done it all my life. Decided who I could see and when, and what I could know and when. And now you're deciding exactly what I can say about my own mother and father. Well, how long do you think that can go on, Donna?
Marley, I'm sorry that you're angry with me. But I've always tried to do what's best for you, and I always will.
Well, it's my life, Donna. Mine, not yours. If I'm finally angry for once in my life, then good.
Are you sure you do not want to go?
Yes, thank you anyway. Maybe some other time.
Well, if you change your mind,
I'll know
you'll
where
know
to
where to
find
find me.
Thanks, Jake.
We'll see you.
Bye.
Boy, I've never heard a guy work so hard trying to get a gal to go out with him.
Oh, Jake, he's just trying to be a good guy. He and I are just friends.
Oh, okay. You sure about that?
Yes.
Listen, friends or no friends, you mind telling me why you turned him down?
Oh, boy. Well, the other night, a couple of us went to the movies, and got all choked up. I just don't want this to turn out to be the summer that Nancy ruined, that's all.
You think that's gonna happen?
I don't know.
Well, listen, honey, that night at the movies sounds to me a whole lot like, riding a horse. You know, if you fall off, you gotta get back on again.
I guess so. I just didn't feel like dancing tonight, that's all.
Nancy, you know, I tend to keep certain things to myself, too, and, when Perry died, I mean, I didn't see any point in telling everybody how I felt all the time.
You have to, Maisie. You didn't have to. I mean, everybody knew how much the two of you loved each other.
The thing is, If Perry Hutchins was standing in this room right now, what do you think he'd be saying to you?
I'm not sure I know what you mean, Maisie.
I think he'd say, how long are you going to put off living your life again, Nancy?
If you have any other problems, call me back. I was about to take care of that little problem when you phoned. All right.
Why don't you give me a chance with Ewing? I could make him talk.
You've had your turn, darling. It's my time now. This hotshot's been asking for a lesson for a long time. We all know how precious time is. Too bad Ewing's just about run out.